Hey you guys, welcome back to the 86 Kitchen. If you're new here, I'm Suman. So I decided to do a solo 4-day travel trip to Montreal and here I am. So the plan is to check out some really good sightseeing sites over here. Definitely try the real French Canadian food and more than anything, just get lost in the whole wanderlust. So let's see how this goes. I started my journey driving from Toronto for Montreal. It's roughly 5.5 hours, 541 kilometers of highway driving, and views of the fall season. If you are like me who enjoys solitude and long drives, this one definitely is worth it. After checking into my hotel steps away from the core downtown, I had the popular lamp poutine at Montreal on St. Paul Street. I won't lie, I was a little nervous with my lack of French speaking efficiency. Everyone who is non tourist, however, was either multilingual or bilingual and soft spoken. Next, I decided for a stroll through the old Montreal streets. The restaurants and people hustle bustle with local artists playing music was an absolute charming afternoon. One of the best things I found is that this part of the city is easily accessible by foot. I walked towards the old port for a reservation at the La Ronde Rue de Montreal, which is the tallest Ferris wheel in Canada. Wow, so we are in this. Let me share it with you. I hope I did a fair pronunciation. It's been open to the public since 2017, gives you a panoramic 360 view of the city with pretty much all major historic sites in the visibility. I had pre booked through their website. It's a 20 minutes ride. Just the view of the infrastructure plus the fall season's colors blending in will keep you in awe. So there's definitely a lot of activities to do in this part of the city, which is the old port. From food trucks to shopping bazaars to the Ferris wheel and even ziplining activities. So, yeah, we're done at this top of ours. Next is going to be the Notre Dame Church or the cathedral, if I'm not wrong. Before finding my way to the church, grabbing a quick street snack was a must. The sweet and savory aromas from the food trucks were tempting. I got myself a freshly prepared churros dipped in chocolate to munch on. Walking through the cobblestone pathways into the historic district of Old Montreal, watching the sunset and city lit up was just compelling. Just at the corner of St. Sulpice Street was this majestic Notre Dame Basilica. The interior of the church is amongst the most dramatic in the world and regarded as a masterpiece of Gothic revival architecture. What I found unusual, and this is what this sanctuary is actually also popular for, is that the walls do not depict biblical scenes, rather, religious history of Montreal. Regardless of your religious views, I highly recommend visiting the Basilica. On their website, I had booked for an aura experience, which literally, as is described, is a spectacular immersion. Once done, the evening ambience was a perfect escape for me. For day two, before heading out for brunch, I really wanted to view the Basilica during daytime, and here you go. The site is very beautiful and highly picturesque. So I'm just across the Basilica, and all the buildings around this part of the city just speaks out loud the old world charm, and it's just amazing. For brunch, I headed to the Hotel Melihan for their rye bread avocado toast, and then for some latte at this small boutique coffee shop. I found their store pretty exquisite with local chocolatier products and other souvenirs to pick up from. Next up, I rented out an e-bike from Vamos. Highly recommend them for their prices and service and the guide along spots to check out. The weather worked out in my favor. I drove by the Chinatown, Rue Paul Street, and Square St. Louis. The city murals are something of an artwork to definitely check out and admire. I ended my drive back to the shop and headed for my dinner reservation at the Vermonger and called it a day off with their chef's menu and oysters to kill for. Day three, I ventured out the other neighborhoods with the Fairmont Bagel Bakery as my breakfast stop. This location dates back to 1949, and I kid you not, this bagel just won my heart in the first bite. Since I was on a bagel tasting spree, Saint Viator is another popular bagel bakery from the 1950s, which as well was delicious. So I'm at the Schwartz Deli, which is like the oldest in Canada, and it's world famous, known for its smoked meat. So let's go check the hype out and just look at the lineup. Schwartz's signature dish is a smoked meat sandwich served on rye bread with yellow mustard. The meat is served by the fat content. Medium and medium fat are the most popular. The deli was originally set up in 1928 by Reuben Schwartz, a Jewish immigrant settler in Montreal. After that hearty meal, I drove by Canada's largest church, the St. Joseph Oratory of Montreal, and eventually called it a day off with a walk at the National Historic Site of La Chine Canal. My last day was fit into with multiple things to do, but first brunch at the hip Tommy Cafe, without a doubt. Their chai latte is the best I have ever had, and their salmon bagels were on point. My final walkover was picking up some souvenir from local shops, and then this boutique store which sold handcrafted Quebec paper rolls to quills and artifacts. Next up was a drive to Jean Talon Market dating back to the 1930s. This market stands out with its many local fruit, vegetable growers, diversity of small shopkeepers, butchers, bakers, fish and cheesemongers, and small restaurant and cafe setting. It's one of the largest open air markets in North America and accessible throughout the year. I found it very village like and family friendly, to be honest. Last but not the least, I made my way to the viewpoint at Montreal. It has a spectacular view of the skyline. This site is a must visit if you are in Montreal. For the outdoorsy person, sports activities and hikes are a dreamland at this spot. This is one of the final spots. I'm here at the Mount Royal upper level hike. You get to see this really beautiful view of the greenery and definitely the view of the city. This trip has been very pleasant and wanting for me to come back again for sure. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this travel vlog and wait for the next few videos. Take care.